Hi guys, welcome to Carol's Universe, Tarot Readings from the Heart. Thanks ever so much for joining me on your reading. Sit back, relax and enjoy. Hi Aries, welcome to Carol's Universe, Tarot Readings from the Heart. So we're going to do your monthly. We're going to do a monthly this time round, July 2020. A little bit late, had loads to do, to be honest with you. But I'm going to be back on weeklies next week. It's just that so I had time to edit and things like that, and I didn't feel rushed or pressured into getting something out on Wednesday. Apologies to all you guys who I said I would be out on Wednesday. Delivering stuff. I did try my best, but it was just too much. I've got private clients and this, that and the other to do, so it's just too much. But anyway, we're slowly but surely getting back to normal again now. So we're going to do July for you, and next week we're back to weekly. So here we go. Okay, Aries, the cards are down. Let's have a look at what you're dealing with in July. What are you facing? Wow, the Page of Cups. I mean, it could be something to do with the child, but it could also be something to do with love, a new romance, for example, with the Page of Cups energy. It could be to do with a new creative endeavor as well, not just children. This isn't just about children. The pages aren't only about children. They're also about new relationships. It could be a person. This could be a younger person or a younger lover, for example. With the Page of Cups, it could be a younger water sign individual, Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer. But also, usually it's baby Pisces though this is, but usually the Page of Cups as well can be about learning a new path. So you could be learning something creative, because pages learn. So this card can actually indicate you're learning something creative with the Page of Cups, or you're starting on a new creative endeavour with the Page of Cups energy. What's influencing this page? The Temperance card is influencing the page. So the reason that you're experiencing this is influenced by Temperance. So Temperance is things slowly coming together with the Temperance energy. So it is a card about harmony and balance and stuff like that. This may be influenced by something, by trying to bring things together. I don't think this is, I mean, I think it's harmony. I think it's trying to find some form of balance. But it may also be that this new path is influenced by, say for example, angelic forces, because this is an angel. The Temperance card represents an angel, so the universe, the cosmos, an angel working on our behalf behind the scenes. So it almost feels like something is coming together here. And then we have, so if something is coming together via an angel, it feels like this is spiritual intervention. The influencing factor is spiritual intervention, and it feels like as a result of that spiritual intervention, what we've got is this new path, or this new phase. I don't think that this is a child. I think that this is something to do with a new path. You're on this new path in July, Aries, and it's influenced by the Temperance card showing here. It could be spiritual intervention. It could be something to do with a test. Temperance for me is also the card about the alchemist, somebody who's trying to put things together. We'll get more on that in a little while. What's the root cause of that page? Yeah, I mean, I do think that some of you guys have finished. I think that something has ended for you here with the Five of Cups. I think that for some of you guys, you've given up on something here. Okay, and this new path, it may actually be that the new path is influenced by the need to self-heal. because Temperance is also about self-healing. So I'm actually going to put that down as self-healing and say that this new path, this new venture, this new journey is influenced by a loss that some of you guys have had and the need for self-healing with the Temperance energy. Now, what did you experience, Aries, in the last few weeks? Yeah, you were feeling trapped. Apparently, some of you guys were. You were feeling really trapped. You were feeling really in bondage. You were feeling really kind of stuck with the Ace of Swords. Some of you guys, anxiety, lots of negative thoughts, that type of thing. And what else is influencing this as well? Let's have a look. The Two of Swords. Perhaps this is something about making a decision with the Two of Swords energy and the Justice energy showing here. So both cards represent decisions. And for me, this is kind of like it's influenced by making a decision. I think with the Justice energy, for me, this is about doing the right thing, making a decision with the Two of Swords. It's almost like you're faced with a dilemma. Well, it's not a dilemma. I think that when we look at this area here, we're saying, well, if Aries is faced with the Page of Cups, which is for me now the new path, the new endeavour, the new journey, and the reason for this is because they've given something up, or this is based on, I'm not going to call it loss because it feels like you've accepted that you're going to have to say goodbye to something with this Five of Cups. Fives mean change as well, so you've been through a difficult period here, but now there is this inevitable change with the Five of Cups. So some of you guys are saying, well, I've got to give something up here. And as a result of that, what I'm facing in January, therefore, is this new path, this new vision, you know, this new idea, this new kind of outlook with the Page of Cups, where I'm saying, well, I've given this up, now I'm starting on it. So we've got a 5 and then we've got a page. Fives are as good as, in a way, they're as good as damn it near a 10 kind of thing, because 10s are about the ending of cycles and the 5s are the same sort of thing. They're an ending card that leads, they're difficult situations that lead to something new coming in and more positive. So I think some of you guys is kind of saying to yourself here, Aries, I'm giving something up here. Maybe you're sacrificing here, and I'm starting on, what I'm facing now is the Page of Cups, where I'm starting on this new path. Because what's influencing me is the need to heal here with the Temperance energy. And for some of you guys, what will be influencing this is the need to kind of get your life together, to get yourself in more of sync and more balance and more equilibrium here. Because some of you guys have been feeling stuck. But what's also influencing this energy is not that not just that you've given something up, but also I think it's about making the right decisions, or making decisions that are, with the Justice energy, balanced on every level perhaps, balanced mentally and emotionally, but just making the right decisions and doing things that make you feel that yes, this is the right thing to do, because justice is the right thing. And the Two of Swords can be faced with a decision. So I think also what's influencing you facing this new path and looking at this new vision and focusing on perhaps something creative, it's definitely new because it's a page, is because you are faced with a decision, to do the right thing, to balance out. And we've got two cards here actually that represent balance, Temperance and Justice. Temperance, emotional balance, Justice, mental balance. So there's definitely, I think, something in your life that needs balancing out. And in order to do that for you guys, Aries, there is a need to give something up here because you've been feeling really stuck in it. Therefore, what will the most likely outcome be? Well, the Wheel. I mean, I would say changes for the better, judging from this area here. Because if you've been feeling stuck, and we've got two cards that represent the need to maintain and to have balance, mental balance, Justice, emotional balance, Temperance, and in order to do this you have to start on a new path here. But in order to start on that path you have to give something up because you're feeling trapped. Then for me it would stand to reason to say the most likely outcome will be that there's going to be a change for the better here with the Wheel of Fortune. What do we see coming in mid-month then, Aries? The Four of Coins. I mean, I certainly feel, I mean, the fours mean security and stability, but the Four of Coins can sometimes mean a reluctance to move or a reluctance to change. A fear of change as well with the Four of Coins. But this can also be stability at the same time. But this, for me, would be too fast. If you're on a new path, it's going to take a lot longer than mid-month. If you're on the new path from the beginning of, you're facing this new journey, this new path, this new direction with the Page of Cups. Some of you guys are going back to college. Some of you guys are learning a new craft, that type of thing. If you're doing something new here, if you're doing something new at the beginning of the beginning of July, then how do we get to mid-July where you're secure and stable in that Four of Coins energy? Maybe you're starting to feel secure here. We'll see what that is in a moment. What's the advice? The advice is do what makes you feel happy with the Nine of Cups. I think the advice is to do what makes you feel happy. Some of you guys, it may be that you have every intention to move, but it may be the Four of Coins, there's a reluctance here. But I think that, and we're going to probably clarify that actually. Let's have a look at what the, sorry about this, 1 second. Let's just, okay. Let's have a look at what this Four of Coins is, what it means. You said mid-month is the Four of Coins. We know that Four of Coins is usually a security and stability, especially financial. But what do you mean by that? It doesn't make any sense that they would immediately leap from this to this. Not unless you're gaining money from this, which is fairly quick. What do you mean by the Four of Coins is mid-month for Aries in 2 cards? Right, so we've got the Four of Swords, which is peace and resolution. The Two of Cups. I think that this is you withdrawing from a partnership here, because the Four of Swords can be, I mean, sometimes this is for, you know, this is feeling stability, especially in terms of the mental area, because it's a sword card. Swords and fours, so mental stability in a partnership or that type of thing. But I think that this is more withdrawing from a partnership. So we need to see how this relates in with these cards. So we had mid-month, we have the Four of Coins. Okay, so this almost feels like you're isolating yourself here, withdrawing from a partnership. Okay, feels like you're isolating yourself, withdrawing from a partnership. And the advice is to do what makes you feel content and to do what makes you feel satisfied and comfortable. Because he's comfortable, so he's doing what he loves. I think the advice is just to do what you love and what makes you feel comfortable. I think you're withdrawing from some form of a contract, partnership, relationship, whatever the case may be. Because I always try and leave my readings open so that you can interpret what you want to interpret. So I think that we're seeing you isolating yourself. You know, there's a rejection thing here. There's an isolation thing with the Four of Coins. There's a putting up the boundaries with the Four of Coins. Because it's clarifying and saying that you're withdrawing from, I think this is withdrawing from a partnership, from a contract, from a commitment, from a relationship. And the universe says, do what makes you feel happy. It's fine. Just do what makes you feel comfortable. What are your hopes or fears? Well, your hopes are to resolve. Your hopes are to feel confident again, to get your confidence back, to feel good about yourself again. Because the Five of Swords in the upright is losing confidence and having lots of doubts and feeling weak and feeling a lack of power. When we're doing the reversal of that, we're feeling powerful again and we're feeling that we have our power back. So your hope would be to get your power back. There's something that was lessening your power, I think, and I think the hope is to get the power back. Now, from doing this, where is it leading to? This area will be where it's leading towards the end. This is mid-month, and I read this as the end of the month. So mid-month, we see you putting the walls up, okay, isolating yourself slightly and withdrawing from a partnership or relationship here. It's leading to the end of the month. Yeah, the Star. Healing, cleansing, feeling hopeful again, setting some new goals and new purposes, feeling aspirational again. But it's more about healing because she's setting a bath and she's about to get in it to clean herself off. Okay, some of you guys have been feeling really vulnerable, but you're cleansing yourself. I'm seeing healing by the end of the month. So let's quickly do this reading again, Aries. What I think's going on here is you're faced with this new path, this new journey, this new project, this new life. You're setting off on a new path with the Page of Cups energy, and you're setting off on a path in which you've got a great deal of ideals and hopes and dreams and that type of thing. Now, what's influencing this is the need for self-healing with the Temperance energy, the need to bring your life back into balance. Because the root cause of you doing this is because of loss, Five of Cups. Having to give something up. For some of you guys, it may be a lost relationship. For some of you guys, it'll be having to give something up in your life that no longer works. And something in recent weeks you've been feeling really, really trapped in with the Eight of Swords. Now, what's contributing to this also is that you're looking to make a very positive decision here. You're looking to make a decision that balances you with the Justice energy, not just making positive and the right decisions here, but also making decisions that put you in a place of power and that help you to feel fundamentally more balanced, especially mentally, because I think that you're doing this not only because it's you're being influenced by needing to find emotional balance, but also you're doing this because you've made a decision that you need to feel more mentally balanced as well. So there was something that was not making you feel emotionally or mentally balanced, and you're doing this, you're setting off on a new path and giving something up. Or maybe some of you guys already lost something, but you know, to all intents and purposes, giving something up because you need to get your power back, you need to get your mental and emotional state back. You hadn't felt like that in recent weeks with the Eight of Swords. That is a card that references emotional and mental imbalance and lack and fear and anxiety. And I think that you've just come to a point for some of you Aries where you're saying, you know what, I'm tired of this. I really, really need to get my power back. I need to be feeling good again. If things carry on the way that they're going, the most likely outcome will be changes for the better with the Wheel of Fortune. Coming in mid-month, I'm seeing you, some of you guys slightly isolating yourself. You're putting up your boundaries with the Four of Coins energy. You're shielding yourself. In other words, you're withdrawing from a relationship for some of you guys, from a partnership, from a contract, showing here. Okay. And the universe is saying, well, you know what? That's fine, because our advice is to you is do things that make you feel happy. Do things that make you feel comfortable. Do things that make you feel good. Your hopes will be to get your power back. You've been feeling weak. It shows in the Eight of Swords here. Feeling trapped, feeling anxious, feeling powerless. While here, the hope is this, that if you do all of this, Aries, you'll get your power back with the Five of Swords in the reverse. And by you putting your shield up, putting your boundaries up, putting your barriers up, shielding yourself, which is what the Four of Coins is, shielding yourself here with the Four of Coins energy, i.e. withdrawing from whatever this partnership relationship is for you. We're seeing that it's evolving towards the end of the week, end of the month, sorry, in which you're starting to feel a lot better with that Star card. You're starting to heal. You're starting to feel more revitalized. You're starting to feel clean. You're starting to feel, and you're starting to feel free. Remember, the Eight of Swords is boundaries. The Star is the lessening of the boundaries. And that's why in this area here, you're saying, I hope I feel more powerful, because I've been feeling trapped. I've been feeling really, really trapped in this situation, whether it be a work situation, a love situation, whatever it is, you've been feeling really, really trapped. But by the end of the month, there you are feeling free, because this is ruled by Aquarius. And Aquarius doesn't like feeling trapped. Doesn't like feeling trapped at all. If it gets like this, then it gets really stifled. And what it wants to do is run for the hills. So there you were feeling trapped in the recent weeks. By the end of July, you're starting to feel free. You're starting to feel alive again. You're starting to feel rejuvenated. You're starting to get your mojo back, starting to feel hopeful and excited about life again. So I think it's a really good reading for you guys. Really, really good. That you're starting to feel just really good about your life and about things again. There's obviously something in the reading that tells me that there was something that needed to be let go of. There was something that you needed to clean yourself off. There was something that you needed to let go of because it was bringing you down. And I think that by the end of the July, if you carry on the way that you're going to be feeling exactly how you've wanted to feel for a very long time. Let's have a quick look at what the spiritual advice is for you guys. Spiritual advice, please, universe. What is the spiritual advice that you have for Aries on this reading? Right. Choose love is the advice. And it says, if I can read that. If you're struggling with an obstacle or conflict, choose a path of love, and it's true. Suffering, doubt and frustration all transform in the presence of love. So show your love courageously, show your love openly, show your love with no strings attached. It's safe to give and receive love. In fact, if you have a hard time with self-love, start outside yourself and work your way in. Showing love to others can be a gateway for loving yourself. And that's great. I believe in that. Absolutely. But I also feel that I like the bit where it talks about, you know, self-love. If you can't feel, if you're having a hard time with self-love, start outside of yourself. And the starting outside of yourself, I believe in this reading, Aquarius, is getting rid of the things in your life that are bringing you down and making you feel disempowered and making you feel unhappy, because your hopes are to feel empowered again. Five of Swords in the reverse. You're sick of feeling disempowered and feeling weak. So the part where it says, you know, if you've got a hard time with self-love, start outside of yourself and work your way in, which is what you're doing here. You're getting rid of all the things outside of yourself that are making it so difficult for you to feel good about yourself. And by the end of the month, we see the cleansing starting here with the star. We're seeing you guys starting to feel resurrected and starting to feel rejuvenated about yourself, starting to feel more like who you were before, possibly. All right, guys, that is your reading for the month of July 2020. I'd like to say thanks ever so much for joining me on Carol's Universe. If you'd like your own private reading, Aries, just hit me up on my website. The link is in the comments section or the end screen. Okay, that's it. Have a great week and or a great month, and I will see you on Monday for the weeklies. Take care. Bye-bye.